Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's participation in the 51st G7 summit in Canada marked a landmark moment for New Delhi. Against the backdrop of escalating global tensions, from Middle East conflicts to US-China trade disputes, India's invitation highlighted its rising geopolitical significance. Though not a formal G7 member, India's presence opened new avenues to strengthen trade relations, rebuild ties with Canada, and assert its expanding influence on the global stage. A report.
The G7, or Group of Seven, is a premier forum comprising the world's most advanced economies, wielding significant influence over global economic governance, geopolitical strategy, and sustainable development. This year, India once again participated as a guest nation, an invitation extended by Canada, the host country. The repeated inclusion of India in G7 summits over the years underscores its growing global stature and strategic importance. At the G7 outreach session held in Kananskis, PM Modi delivered a compelling address emphasizing energy security as a defining challenge for future generations. In a significant diplomatic moment on the sidelines of the summit, PM Modi and his Canadian counterpart Mark Carney held their first bilateral meeting, setting the stage for a renewed chapter in the relationship between the two nations.
भारत और कनाडा के संबंध अनेक प्रकार से बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण है। कनाडा की अनेक कंपनियों का भारत में निवेश है। भारत के लोगों का भी कनाडा की धरती पर बहुत बड़ा निवेश है। लोकतांत्रिक मूल्यों को समर्पित कनाडा और भारत मिलकर के लोकतंत्र को मजबूत करना होगा, मानवता को मजबूत करना होगा।
In a strong message of shared democratic values and collaborative ambition, Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney lauded India's leadership on global issues.
It's a great honor to host you at the G7. India has been coming to the G7, I believe, since 2018 in Biarritz with our French partners, and it's a testament to the importance of your country, to your leadership, and to the importance of the issues that we look to tackle together, from energy security, from the energy transition that you're helping to lead, to the future of artificial intelligence, to the fight that we have against transnational repression, against terrorism, against other factors, and the work that we can do together. And it is my great honor to have you here.
Prime Minister Modi's presence at the G7 summit was also marked by a series of high-level bilateral meetings with key global leaders. On the sidelines of the summit, he engaged in constructive talks with the French President Emmanuel Macron, British Prime Minister Keir Starmer, and Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, focusing on deepening strategic partnerships and enhancing cooperation in technology, defense, and global security.
As a student of diplomacy for 39 years as a foreign service officer, 6 years as an international think tanker, and now 8 years as a minister, I can tell you it's been a highly successful visit. Look, the facts of the matter are, the Prime Minister has been an invitee to G7 summits now for several years now. And he not only participates, but he provides sage counsel. He is always promoting the processes of diplomacy and peace, no matter where the tension points globally are.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Canada formed a key part of his three-nation diplomatic tour, which also included Cyprus and Croatia. The visit underscored India's commitment to strengthening ties with key global partners across continents. Before arriving in Canada, the Prime Minister made a stop in Cyprus, where he engaged in discussions aimed at boosting economic and strategic cooperation. Following his engagements in Canada, PM Modi travelled to Croatia, marking the final leg of his tour and making history as the first Indian Prime Minister to visit the country.